This is the Nyash News. A Nigerian lady with the most dirtiest Nyash is currently trending.
What was it?
The reason for this trend is that this Nigerian lady with the most dirtiest Nyash was on live, ladies and gentlemen, and she was claiming she don't date a man who is broke. And also, if your leg is your transport, she don't date such man. His specs are to live in Banana Highland.
What was it?
And also, you supposed drive G-Wagon and also most posh cars in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, here a lot of people were tagging the Nyash president. Ladies and gentlemen, here as the Nyash president, I was so busy that I could not join the live. Ladies and gentlemen, but since a lot of the Nyash task force were trained by the Nyash president, so they started screenshotting the live. Ladies and gentlemen, per the Nyash task force and the Nyash president, my observation, we notice that this Nigerian Bolabed is the most dirtiest Nyash all over the world.
What was it?
Look at her back. Look am well. Zoom am well. See her pure toe.
What was it?
See her pure toe. Meaning, this Nigerian Bolabed don't bath at all. So, if you be Olosho, try the wash your toto well. If you be Olosho, try the wash your toto well.
What was it?
You go have good customers.
What was it?
Please, they bath twice in a day. Because Ghanaian ladies bath twice in a day.
What was it?
So their Nyash are clean.
What was it?
As a Nyash president, I know. You know? So Nigerian ladies, please try they wash your Nyash well. So say you go have clean bum bum. You go have clean toto. Yes. 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 Indeed. This is the real Nyash News. See power to the real Nyash. One of them.
Happy birthday to you, the Crown Prince of Igbo throne in Ghana, my son, Prince Chinemeze Nana Jude Yenetu.
My people.
What was it?
Everywhere. Good.
I go do Thanksgiving for this matter.
I beg, let's dive into this happy birthday inside.
What was it?
So, according to Eze, by his own words, he said, the Igbo throne in Ghana, they went on election and he won as the Igbo king in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, that makes the Igbo throne in Ghana a political throne and not family throne of the Igbo. Listen carefully. According to Eze West, there were two people of the same throne, and they went on election, and him as Eze won the throne and become Igwe of the Igbos. Meaning that throne here is a political throne and not family throne. Ladies and gentlemen, but according to how he was wishing his son on his happy birthday, he said, "Happy birthday to the crown prince of the Igbo throne." Ladies and gentlemen, that makes that throne a family throne without land, which is against the constitution of Ghana to be a king without land. And also, if it is for a political throne, it is also against the constitution of this country, Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eze, it will be your best interest to come out and clear that particular throne. Either you are doing this for your own interest or for the Igbo community in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, as the next president, I'll be waiting for your response. Yes, yes, still power to the Nyash.
That a large crowd gathered to see the people being paraded. The stench from the human parts was repulsive. The recovered parts, which include kidney, heads, intestines, livers and others, journalists were told, had been preserved since the suspects were picked up by men of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. One of the officers had posed as a buyer, and a human head was going to be sold to him for 120,000 naira before the cops moved in.
They were arrested from one village called Joju in Ogun State. We picked interest in this because we have of recent recorded incident of people disappearing without being traced. And we hope that with the arrest of these criminals, we should be able to get to the root of some of these disappearances of action.
Members are a grave digger, buyer and a seller. They explain their roles.
In the past 4 years, I've bought human heads only for 10,000 naira from her.
I they do for spiritual something.
When we need to dig a new grave, we exhume an old corpse and cut off the head.
All I do is dig grave for them for 3,000 naira, but I'm aware he sells human parts from the cemetery.
The only woman in the gang who specializes in selling the human parts was said to have chopped off a piece of the human flesh and ate in a bid to convince investigators that what they saw was ordinary meat and not human flesh.
I've been selling for 2 years and I sold only 10 human heads.
My people, everywhere, good. Nigerians, has done it. Oh, again. So, a group of human spare parts dealers, a group of Nigerian human spare parts dealers have been arrested in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, recently, the Nigerian police command got the intel that people are just gotten missing in the society in their environment. Ladies and gentlemen, here the Nigerian police did their investigation and noticed that there is a group of Nigerian bolabes who are into human spare parts dealers association. So the CID department went on undercover investigation.
I go do Thanksgiving for this month.
Gentlemen, and they now went there and told them they are also interested in buying of the human spare parts so they can use it for money rituals, and they can also use part for suya and also pepper soup. Quickly, the Human Spare Parts Association of Nigeria quickly arranged for this CID. Here, the Nigerian police intrude and arrested all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, arresting them, we say congratulations to Nigerian police. Ladies and gentlemen, when we say Nigerians are evil, they have devil mentality in them, you will never believe. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are seeing this for yourself, I, the Nigerian president, don't need to convince you by watching this video. I know you are already convinced. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of your time, I say, still power to the ringers. Yes, one of them.